Polysaccharides. Polysaccharides contains large number of monosaccharides. These polysaccharides are formed by linkage between these, between large number of monosaccharides. Okay, large number of monosaccharides. These linkage are by glycosidic linkage. Okay. So, glycosidic linkage between large number of monosaccharides forms polysaccharides. Okay. Example, starch, then glycogen, cellulose, etc. are examples. Okay. Next, they are colorless, tasteless, and they are very important in plant and animal life. Important in plant and animal life. Okay. They are naturally occurring compounds. Okay. Next, their general formula is C6H10O5 N times. Okay, and N is between 200 to 1000 numbers. Okay, N is 200 to thousands. Okay, they act as the food storage. Okay, they act as food storage. Now, let us discuss one by one. First one is starch. Starch. Starch is obtained from wheat, maize, rice, etc. They are the main storage house of plants. This polysaccharide, main storage house. Main storage of plants is starch. This is a polysaccharide, main storage polysaccharide of plants. Okay, they are important dietary source of human beings also. They are found in cereals, roots, etc. Okay, it is an important polymer of alpha D glucose. Polymer of alpha D glucose. Also, all these polysaccharides are condensation polymers. Okay, all polysaccharides are condensation polymers. In the case of starch, this is condensation. Starch is a condensation polymer of alpha D glucose. Okay, it consists of two components. Amylose and amylopectin. Okay, amylose and amylopectin. Let us discuss one by one. Okay, amylose. 15 to 20% of starch contains amylose. Okay, and it is a linear polymer. It is linked linearly. That is, it is a linear polymer of alpha glucose. Okay, alpha D glucose. It is a linear polymer of alpha D glucose and it is water soluble. Okay. It contains almost 200 to 1000 units of alpha D glucose. And it is its linkage, the glycosidic linkage in the case of amylose is between C1 of one glucose unit, one alpha D glucose unit and C4 of another alpha D glucose unit. Okay. Now, let us see the structure of amylose. here oxygen, alpha D glucose. Okay, H. Okay, again N times. Okay, like this, N times. Here HOH. Okay, then HOH. This will be the structure of amylose. This N times. This is the alpha linkage. Okay. So one C1 of one alpha glucose links with the C4 of another alpha D glucose. Okay. This will be the structure of amylose. Okay. Now, next is amylopectin. Amylopectin, 85% of starch contains amylopectin. Okay, and this is a branched polymer. Okay, branched polymer of alpha D glucose. Branched polymer of alpha D glucose. Okay, here both linearly arranged and branched arrangement is the glycosidic linkage. Linearly it is arranged as C1 and C4 units of glucose. Okay, C1 of one alpha D glucose linearly form glycosidic linkage with C4, and the branched will be between C1 and C6. Okay. This is the structure of amylopectin. Okay, so linear arrangement is from between C1 of one glucose unit and C4 of other glucose unit. Similarly, there is a branched arrangement. So, amylopectin contains branched arrangement also. So, here the C1 of one glucose unit is forming a glycosidic linkage with C6 of other glucose unit, okay, other alpha D glucose unit, and forms a branched linkage. Okay, this is the structure of amylopectin. Okay, next, cellulose. Okay, cellulose occurs in plants. Okay, and it is the most abundant organic substance present, and it is a linear polymer of beta D glucose unit. Linear polymer of beta D glucose. Okay, and is joined by the glycosidic linkage through between C1 of one unit and C4 of other units. So, glycosidic linkage is between C1 and C4. Okay. This is the structure of cellulose. Here, this is a C1 carbon atom, okay, of one unit, and this is the C4 carbon atom of another unit. Okay. So, there is a glycosidic linkage between C1 of one unit and C4 of another unit. Okay, N times. This is the structure of cellulose. There are many uses for this cellulose. One of the important use, with different chemicals, it forms different useful products like cellulose nitrate. Cellulose nitrate, which is used as an explosive. Then another compound obtained is cellulose acetate, which is used in photography, varnishes, etc. Okay. Then it can also produce different useful products like rayons, cellophane, celluloid, etc. Okay. These are the important uses of cellulose. Next is glycogen. Glycogen. Glycogen is stored in animal body. It is stored in animal body. Okay. It is seen in muscles, liver, brain, etc. Okay. Muscles, stored in muscles, liver, brain, etc. Okay. And it's also called as animal starch. Glycogen is also called as animal starch. Okay. It's highly branched. When body needs glucose, its important function is when body needs glucose, an enzyme break down this glycogen and produce glucose. Okay. This is the important function of glycogen. Okay. So whenever glucose is needed, enzyme produced in the body break down this glycogen and produce glucose. Okay. It's also found in yeast, fungi, etc. Okay. This structure is similar to amylopectin. Okay. It's highly branched compound. To amylopectin. Okay. Importance of carbohydrates. So we studied about different carbohydrates. What are the importance of carbohydrates? Okay. First one. They form the major portion of the food. Okay. Form major portion of our food. Next, they are the biofuels to provide energy for living organisms. Okay, biofuels for providing energy for living organisms, both plants and animals. Okay, for providing energy. Next point, it is the main constituent of cell membrane. Okay, main constituent of cell membrane. Next point, it is used as storage molecules. Okay, used as storage molecules. Okay, they are the storage molecules. Okay, we know that starch is a storage molecule in plants and glycogen in animals. Okay, next, wood used to build furniture is cellulose. Okay, wood we are used to make furniture is cellulose. Another important point, cotton fiber is also cellulose. For making clothes, cotton fiber is also cellulose. Okay. Next point, it provides raw materials for many industries. Okay, all these main industries like textiles, paper, etc. All these compounds are contain cellulose, which is a carbohydrate. Okay. Next, 2-aldopendoses. 2-aldopendoses. Like D-ribose and 2-deoxy-D-ribose. About this we will study later. These are the two important nucleic acids. Okay, 2 aldoses like these two are present in nucleic acids. Okay, these are also carbohydrates. Next, they form biosystem in the combination with biosystem in the combination with many proteins and lipids. Okay, proteins and lipids we will study later. So in combination with proteins and lipids, they form an important biosystem in the body. Okay, these are the importance of carbohydrates.